It's the grandson of right thought. Welcome back to the School of Marvelous Light. We were just talking about hope and how hope rids your inner world of negative feelings, which is truly what everybody is running away from. Maybe that's why Abba has me coming back to touch on the topic a little bit more. I ask you a question. If hope deferred makes the heart sick, what is hope that is obtained? Hope acquired. What does it do to the heart? If your hope is deferred and makes your heart sick, then obviously the opposite would be a healthy heart. Hope acquired makes a healthy heart. Now, what is a healthy heart? What does that mean? It means that your muscle inside of your body can pump your blood through your body really good. Is that what it means? Well, if you want to know what a healthy heart is, what do you feel like if you obtained your hope? How would you feel if you obtained your hope? The things that you described, happiness, joyfulness, gladness, excitement, merriment, whatever words you want to use to describe it. That's a healthy heart. Now let's see if it matches what Yahusha said. Be of good cheer. Fear not. Take no thought for your life. I come to all the ones that are heavy laden and burdened down, and I come to give rest for your souls, your heart. That's why people have heart attacks in the world and hypertension and heart disease, because their hearts are overworked, aren't they? They age prematurely because they overwork. They work too hard without ever resting. What happens if you're running on a treadmill and you put it at the very top speed and you take off running on it and you never turn it down or off? But yet you can't see that with your own heart, that it will become overworked and taxed if you don't rest. Now, what did Abba say to do? You know what he said to do. Honor his Shabbat and rest so that you're not heavy laden, overworked, stressed out, burdened down. Because if you get overworked or overstressed on that treadmill, you'll die. Your heart will give out. It's called intermittent when you're working out. You work out and then you rest. And then you work it and then you rest. And then you work it and then you rest. And then you go home and rest. Rest is the other half of the working out you're doing. It's just as important as the work you're putting in. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. But the world has forgotten that and tends to believe that the work is the only thing that's important. Rest is not important at all. Okay, we'll get on that treadmill, turn it on full blast, run on it. We're going to chain you to it so you can't get off of it either. And we'll just see how long you last. It won't be very long, I can guarantee you that. Well, same thing with people's lives. People's lives are cut short because they overwork, because they hope for something, but they seek it the wrong way. Now, we were talking about James. What does James say? You have not because you ask not. You ask amiss so that you can consume it upon your lust. Do you hear that? So you have not because you're not even asking right, which means you're working to obtain it. You're working to obtain the thing. Even a parent that tells the child, hey, you want that new car? Okay, I need you to do this job, this work, and then you can earn that new car, son. Instead of me just giving it to you. But let's just keep it real. The father is just giving his son the car. He just wants to teach him some work ethic. That's all. He wants to teach him the value of earning a thing, even though he really got the car because he's his son. His father been planned on giving it to him. You see that there? So the same goes here. Abba always reminds us to go to an end of a thing because the end is better than the beginning. And so it is when you're building a top of the state-of-the-art craft that you've come up with and patented. You broke the thing a million times trying to make it. You had many fails trying to make it. Sometimes you had to leave the project and walk away and just take a vacation for a week and come back to it. Y'all know this. That's called rest. The vacation I told you about. Sometimes when you're working on a project, you get frustrated because you can't get it. In other words, your heart becomes sick because your hope is deferred. It's being put off. So now your thoughts are getting all sick and nasty. So then you need to take a Shabbat. That's really what it's telling you. Take a break. But if I take a break, I won't get my hope. Yes, you will. Matter of fact, you'll get it easier when you come back. You take a break, you come back, you see the problem, you see the way to fix the problem that you couldn't see for 5 hours. Now you can see it because you took a break, ate a sandwich, took a dump, took a whiz, sat back and smoked a blunt and looked out the window for a minute and looked at the birds for a second and enjoyed life for a minute and breathed. How does panic make you breathe? If it ain't about breathing, how does panic make you breathe? How does fear make you breathe? Matter of fact, guys, if you really want to get down to brass tacks about this, there is a specific sound that accompanies fear. What is that sound? Just because you got afraid, why are you taking that big ass breath of air? See that there, little flock? What happens when you become overjoyed? Similar, but not the same. One is taking the breath in vain. Fear. One is taking the breath in truth. Excitement and overjoyed. Rejoicing. But you guys can't see that? Is that what you're trying to tell me today? So what Abba would have me focus your minds to today is if you do not obtain your hope, then we know the results of that. But we want to think about what happened, what are the results of obtaining our hope? What is the results? Because the results are what you got to start feeling today. The results are what you got to start feeling today. Because that's where faith it came into the house. You can't serve God without faith. It's impossible. You can't have a baby without a woman being in the room with you, man. It's impossible. Isn't it? Well, we can take this egg, put it under this microscope and put the sperm and inject it in there and in vitro and it's all, folks. Where did the egg come from and where did the sperm come from? Well, it came from a man and a woman. So shut your dumb ass up. The principle didn't even change with all that scientific mumbo jumbo and shit you're doing. I know the results of not getting my hope. That's sickness. So what's the results of getting it? Happiness and joy. Now, what did Yahushua say? Rejoice. And again, I said rejoice, be glad, be of good cheer. Take no thought for your life. Don't stress out. Don't be scared. That's a happy heart. All those things, thinking about your life, taking thought of what you're going to eat, stressing about what you're going to wear, stressing out about how you're going to live, what you're going to do, this, you're going to do that. That makes your heart sick. It makes your soul overburdened and heavy laden, and it will give out. It will wear out if you don't rest it. And where is the rest for your soul? Where is it located? I told you, if you're listening, come unto me, all of you who are heavy laden, and I shall give you rest for your souls. That's what he said, right? That's what he said. I'll give you rest. So there's the rest that I'm describing to you. And so What's the rest once you get there? How does he give you rest? I just told you. Take no thought is what he said. Why don't you hope instead? You ask amiss, hope said. That's why you don't have the thing you're seeking for. Hope said. Now he knows better than everybody else. The supplanter does. That's why hope is named the supplanter in code in the Bible. He always is. Let's see. Jacob. What does that name mean? Now, according to bloodline, he is not supposed to receive any blessing or any inheritance or birthright because he's not the firstborn son. But Abba said, the elder shall serve the younger. He did a flipperoo there. So he had to hang on to Abba's words. The elder shall serve the younger because his mother's the one that was told that. Just like Sarah, Rebekah, when does it change, bro? You'll see it won't. And if it changes not, who is that? That's Abba. He the one that said, I change not. Yahusha Hamashiach, the same yesterday, today, and forever, just like his daddy. So the third part of the plant, which is the branch, is not going to be any different than the true vine, or else he wouldn't have been elevated to the status of a branch, of the branch. And he was elevated. If you read Zechariah, he was a man, a firebrand plucked out of the earth. So that means he already was what he was when he was in the fire, when he was filled with iniquity, when he had filthy garments. He still was the high priest of the Most High. But he had to wait for the manifestation. The branch does too. When you read about what I'm going to get, I got to faithfully wait and hope for that. My inheritance. And so should you, branches, because he said he shall make you joint heirs. So faithfully hope for it. And then when the world tells you that you're not, when the world tells you you've sinned too bad to be that, when the world tells you you've done too much wrong to do that, just consider what the branch got to tell you, because the branch was covered in iniquity. The branch was accused by the devil himself before the angel of the Lord. But the angel of the Lord, just like he did with Moses, said, I rebuke you. Didn't he? The same thing you read about in Jude, when it talks about the archangel Michael, said he didn't bring a railing accusation against Satan. He said, I rebuke thee, when he wrestled over the body of Moses. Well, did you read Zechariah? And did you read about Yahushua, the high priest? The same exact thing happened to the branch. They wrestled over his body too, and he was told the same thing. Most High rebuke thee. I will yet choose Jerusalem. I will yet choose Israel. Israel is the grandson, the supplanter, who supplants and has his name changed. You see that? Because that's what hope does. It supplants. Don't you hear it today, little flock, or what? I don't know what else I got to say here. It supplants all the negative feelings because it proves them to be lies. Your hope does. It exposes the lies. You won't have that. But I already have had it. So what are you saying? I already am having it. I am having it. Oh shit, he's doing that thing again. What thing? That thing in the secret place that nobody can stop you from doing. What do I mean? Experiencing the thing he told you you can't have. You're experiencing it as he's talking shit. Because it's a secret place that you go into and you ask believing. Not the way James said, you ask amiss, but now you ask believing. So now you're going to have it. It doesn't matter what it is. He can't stop you. No lie can stop you. No destroyer can destroy it. No thief can steal it. It cannot happen. This is called keys, what I'm talking about. Doesn't that unlock things inside of you? Doesn't it unlock a certain thing you didn't know? Which was, wait a minute, when I feel bad, I'm making more bad experiences for myself. So then if I feel good, then I'll make good experiences for myself. Now it's my job to fight that fight to feel good. That's the fight of the substance. I'm fighting for the substance when I go in the secret place, even though I have a storm around me. It's stormy. It's stormy. It's not. I'm even experiencing calm. So what did you say it was? Watch this. Peace be still. Where's the storm at? What kind of man is this? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought, guys. One that doesn't let his hope get deferred because he remembers the end of Job. Job got double. So if he told me to remember that, what he's actually telling me is to remember that you're going to get double in the end. It was all taken to try to prove that you weren't who you were. How do I know? Because he told me to remember Job. Job was attacked because he loved God, because he eschewed evil, because he hated Satan's ways. So Satan tried to offer him everything he could, but with his thieving, stealing, hating, destroying self. He did all of the work he could possibly do, except take his life. And it says he did not blaspheme God. That means he didn't take I am in vain. I am still wealthy. That's what it means, little flock. I am still a father. Even though my children were taken away, I'm still a father. Still a husband. Even though my wife turned away and tried to say some crazy shit to me, I'm still a husband. I'm still blessed. Blessed be the name of the Lord. I am is his name. So blessed be his name. Can y'all hear this today? Is that not what Job said? In all this, he did not sin, but he said, blessed be the name of the Lord. How do you say, blessed be the name of the Lord? You speak the name of I am in truth. That's how you bless the name of I am. I am safe. I am healthy. I am protected. I don't see it. I have hope. And my faith is the substance, which are the feelings that I'm feeling that you can't understand. I know you're sad because of what you see. I'm happy because of what I see. We don't see the same things because we don't have the same eyes. Are there two sets of eyes the scripture speaks of? Then which ones do you got? As soon as he said my kingdom is not of this world, I knew this world was fake. Because he's real. And his kingdom is real. What you see is temporal. But what you can't see is eternal. That secret place is eternal. And you can do anything that you please in there if it's in the will of the Father. Just like Yahusha showed you. Salaam Israel.